Hello my dear students, today we are going to learn board paper 2010 from the chapter admission of a new partner. This is the question, the board paper 2010. Now here you can see there are two partners, Ram and Shyam, and the profit sharing ratio 3:1, that is 3/4 of Ram and 1/4 of Shyam. 31st March 2009, their balance sheet was as follows. This is the liability side term and this is the asset side term. All unknown term we can see. Caterers here 2,800, employees provident fund 1,200, general reserve 2,000, and the capital of the partner, that is Ram 6,000, Shyam 4,000, and the asset side cash at bank 2,000, debtors 6,500, and provision for doubtful debt 500. Total net debtor 6,000. Stock in trade 3,000, investment 5,000. Now on the date 31st March 2009, the balance sheet debt and one partner want to take admission. That's the one day, that is 1st April 2009, and the following terms are agreed among the partners. First term, that is incoming partner, that is Mohan, has to bring like 6,000 as his share of premium, that is premium per goodwill. That unaccounted accrued income rupees 100 be provided for. Market value of investment was rupees 4,500. So investment value changes. We have to see whether the investment fluctuation fund is there or not. If it is there, then we have to utilize from there. Now, a debtors amounted rupees 500 was earlier written off as bad. Now he paid rupees 400 as his full and final settlement. Mohan will bring that 1/5 of the total capital, and which is rupees 4,500. We have to prepare revaluation account as well as partners capital account. Now first adjustment regarding the goodwill. New partner able to bring his share of goodwill money, so we should apply premium method. Under premium method there are two entries: cash or bank account debit to premium per goodwill and premium per goodwill account debit to sacrificing partners capital account. If separate new not provided or any other instruction not provided, the original ratio it will come again as a sacrificing ratio. In this question, no such type of information is there. So old ratio it will be considered as a sacrificing ratio. Second adjustment, the unaccounted accrued income rupees 100 we have to consider. We have to take to the account. Unaccounted accrued income, so ultimately it does mean that income accrued which is converted to asset, increase of asset, simple thing. So asset increase journal entry, asset account debit to revaluation, that is here accrued income account debit to revaluation account. Market value of investment is considered as rupees 4,500. So here investment value here 5,000. Now it is considered market value 4,500, decrease 500 rupees, and no fund is there. So you have to take the help of revaluation. Ultimately, asset decrease and revaluation to investment you have to do. Now, bad debt recovery, cash account debit to bad debt recovery account debit to profit and loss adjustment account or to revaluation account. Profit and loss adjustment account, another name is revaluation account. So ultimately, bad debt recovery is being cancelled. Ultimately, we are getting here cash account debit to revaluation account. So on revaluation account we can put here by cash account. Now if someone write here by bad debt recovery, that is also correct. New partner will bring 4,500 as his share of capital. So it is very simple, cash or bank account debit to Mohan capital account. So this is the adjustment treatment. Now we can check the solution. Yes. First one, accrued income, increase of asset, credit side of revaluation account. On revaluation by accrued income 100 it is given. Bad debt recovery, bad debt recovery entry here, cash account debit to bad debt recovery account debit to profit and loss adjustment or to revaluation. So on revaluation it is by cash, bad debt recovery ultimately being cancelled. When it is credit, again it is debit. Now investment value decreases here 500, therefore revaluation account debit to investment. Now if you compare both the sides are tally here, credit equals to debit, no profit, no loss. The zero balance of pleasure, unit balance of pleasure. So therefore no need to transfer any amount to partner's capital account. But if you make the balance sheet, that time respective changes will be there. Cash balance will change, accrued income will come, investment will decrease, but present syllabus, that is balance sheet, is excluded. Now we can make that partner's capital next subsequent step. Opening balance, it is provided in the old balance sheet, 6,000, 4,000. Once we can see here, that is what is the old balance of the old partner's capital. Yes, around 6,000 and same 4,000. Generally the also is there, so that will be distributed. Yes. So by balance BD 6,000, 4,000. Generally job 1,500, 2,000 is there in their old ratio 3:1. That is here 1,500 and 100. Goodwill also here, goodwill value is his share of premium of goodwill, that is 6,000, that is distributed under sacrificing ratio. Here old and sacrificing are same, so therefore by PGW 4,500 and 1,500 goes to RAM and SAM respectively. Now new partner Mohan brought as his share of capital or amount of capital, that is 4,500. So therefore cash or bank account debit to partner's capital. In partner's capital you write here by cash at bank account. Regarding the workman compensation fund, like if nothing information is there, we can take here, but you have to give that note that no claims of arises, or if you won't take, then also you have to give the notes here that fully claim. Now after that we can find out the balance CDVD, like RAM credit side 12,000, SAM 6,000, and Mohan it is as it is 4,500, how much he contributed, because he contributed also goodwill, so therefore no decrease his capital. Now this will come at the debit side also. To balance sheet, therefore same amount, 12,000 of RAM, 6,000 of SAM, and 4,500 Mohan. After that total addition, both the sides you tally 12,6 and 4,500. Here also 12,000, 6,000, 4,500. So this is all about that partner's capital account, as well as solution of board paper 2010 according to the present syllabus. We have to consider only revaluation and partner's capital. New balance sheet is not there, capital adjustment part also not there, so therefore we have to prepare up to this much only. So this is the balance sheet, already explained. Employees provident fund is there. Regarding that, here it is a external liability. Employees provident fund, no information is there, so that fund it will remain as it is. If increase decrease, that will goes to the revaluation account. But if it is workman compensation fund, regarding that true term, that confusion can arise, so therefore we will explain here. That employees provident fund, it is totally external liability, just like a CATAS. Like here CATAS professor, no more information is there in this question, so we have not shown any treatment. As it is, we will take on the new balance sheet, but we will keep as it is, as new balance sheet not required. Regarding the employees provident fund also, it will be as it is, no need to show any treatment. But if it is here workman compensation fund is there and no more information are there, so that time you have to distribute total amount of workman compensation fund to partner's capital account, considering that no claim is there. But if claim is there, so that time the claim may be less than the fund, may be equal and maybe more than. If less than, to how much amount of less, that unclaimed part will be transferred to partner's capital account and claim part will go to the revised balance sheet. If it is equal, the no treatment in partner's capital directly goes to the new balance sheet. If it is more, then excess part we have to take as a revaluation and no distribution, and the new revised like actual claim that will come on the new balance sheet. So that is the treatment of Workmen Compensation Fund, and this is Employees Provident Fund. Both are not same. Workmen Compensation Fund, that is related to the worker for accident purposes, and Employees Provident Fund, this is a retirement benefit. When employee retired, that time this fund have to pay, no other alternative way. So that is why it is a like sure liability. It is not contingent liability. Contingent liability, maybe workman compensation is a contingent liability. So this is all about that. Like this is the solution of 2010. I think so. This is easiest one, and learner can easily solve this type of problem. So learner can try by themselves without seeing this solution. I already uploaded one question that is from NCERT, question number 34. That also can be tried. Okay, I am going to conclude this session. Thank you and study well.